With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Not all meals are created equal. For instance, breakfast has the spicy egg McMuffin for a limited time, and lunch doesn't. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ooh, I don't know, dudes. I feel like I kind of blew it parenting the other night. Like, the boys are bickering over this toy.
What?
And,
Dude.
like, it's clear that...
Dude, who
it's clear that
cares? What are you talking about? Nobody gives a shit about that.
I just feel like I could have been better in the moment. I sort of
guys.
blew up, and I got mad at
The world
younger
is falling
one,
apart in real time. The international relations with the U.S. and every other company.
I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant?
Yeah, and I didn't know that could happen.
And nobody cares about that either.
Well, I'm just scared to bring a kid into this. You know, I'm distracted sometimes, and the environment. I don't even know where
Stop. Good news. Check that. Great news. We're going to solve all of it on today's episode of Advice Fight. Except for Ben's thing. You're fucked. Hello and welcome to another glorious episode of Advice Fight, the competitive advice podcast. My name's Adam Caton Holland.
I'm Ben Roy.
I'm Andrew Overdahl.
We're the Advice Fight Trio. That's how we're known in the streets. That's how we're known in the barbershop quartet competitions. It really pisses people off when we show up to the barbershop quartet competitions as a trio and win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It really pisses them off.
And we're armed with cool
And we win
switchblades.
with the Chili's Baby Back Rib song.
Always.
I want
We
my
know
baby
one
back, baby
song.
back, baby back, baby
We
back.
know one song.
Baby back. But
No,
blown
you're
my
coming
voice
high,
out.
Ben. You're
Yeah,
the high
well,
one.
I've got vocal
Chili's.
fries from the
Okay.
big
They
win.
say, how do you guys do it every time? And we say, well, we're sleeping with the judges.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The judges of a barbershop quartet competition.
All three of us are sleeping with
We'll
them.
let your mind's pencil sketch those characters in.
Okay. Stop it. Enough of this tangent on the Rift City Causeway, okay? Because we're broken down.
We got to pile up on the Rift City Causeway.
I know what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to avoid giving the results.
We're trying to get to the end of the episode without ever giving out the results of the last episode.
We left
and
it
so
to
far,
the
we're
worst.
doing a great job. So far, we're doing a great job.
We got a 9-car pile up on the Rift City tangent. If you're trying to get to Improvville,
You're gonna want to take another
you're
way to
wanna
work.
Take the ferry, back it up, reverse.
There are riffs, and there are old riffs. The Chili's Baby Back Ribs riff has come back, and the Pre-Seaman riff has come back.
Everybody listening,
recycling riffs. I like to think of it as scaling riffs. What's it called?
Upcycling.
Upcycling. Yeah, upcycling riffs.
Adam and Andrew, listeners, Adam and
throw
Andrew
that
right
riff
now are
away.
trying to avoid giving the results of last week's episode.
Yes.
For anyone who has never listened to the podcast, perhaps you are new, let me explain a little bit. This is a competitive advice podcast. We want to help listeners, but more than that, we want to win and give the best advice. And usually we do that by voting amongst us. Can't vote for yourself, and it usually determines the winner. However, in the event of a tie, sometimes we go to producer Ron. Last week he wasn't available, so we decided to turn it over to a poll. We let the listeners decide on a free poll on our Patreon, and you guys chimed in. Good for you. We had a lot of responses, and we love that. And we're here to now share the results.
I wonder what happened.
Hey, fuck you.
Not the usual listener poll. This was a real winners poll, and we had 65 people vote. Great turnout. We appreciate.
Did we really?
Yeah. Producer Ron Could you give us a little bit of a drum roll? Is it possible to get a nice little bit of a drum roll? Oh, I can see him jiggling.
Maybe a little
his
patty,
finger.
little patty cake.
There he is. Who won, y'all?
Ben won handily. Ben won handily. Adam was a Okay, God, this is why we didn't want to say it. Whatever the most opposite of a gracious winner is. This tongue waggling. What are you doing? Ben won. That was a fun episode.
Tickling the clitoris of victory, y'all.
Ron, if you could just black Ben out and mute him. Ben won. If you missed last episode, you got to check it out. It was very good. But I got to say, I got to tip my cap to Ben and give him the MVP on that one because we put him on the spot on that one, Adam and I, to read his dating profile and it put him in an impossible position. If he said no, then he looks
like a loser.
Like he's no fun.
Like a real square.
And Adam and I had nothing to lose in peer pressuring him. Adam didn't have a dating profile. He's married. I don't have a dating profile. I'm playing Call of Duty every night. So neither one of us had anything on the table to make Ben go all in. And Ben was game and he read his dating profile and we had our fun with it on our little Snickers.
Tenacious
we had our
B.
little
Tenacious
bite-sized
B. Do you know how
Snickers
many
with
people
it. So
DM'd me calling me Tenacious B? I appreciate that.
It's a great
Can
nickname.
I say something, Ben? I'm glad that you won. Congrats on your victory. It's cool to see the listeners, chime in for this poll in such numbers and then actually affect the wins in the real pod. It's not just Patreon. This affects the win totals. But here's what I do want to say. Here's why I think that you won. It's not because you had great advice. It's because these are people who love us, right? They're thirsty for us. They want to fuck all three of us. You're the only one who said I'm on the apps. Therefore, a desire to fuck the Grolix boils down to a desire to fuck Ben. So they're all voting for you out of a desire to fuck you in an effort to fuck us, is what I'm saying. And that's the only reason that
I'm going to tell you, Adam, I'm going to tell you right now, you've said a lot of insane bullshit on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is not one of them. That is spot on. That is truth right there. And a truth bomb that heavy, can level Rift City. But you weren't afraid to drop it. You said enough is enough. Mm-hmm. And you dropped a truth bomb on Rift City. And I got to say thank you. I think it's true. I think doesn't matter. All genders want to fuck Ben.
No, all genders want to fuck the Grolix. You're the only one who's out there available.
I think what you're saying is that they all want to fuck me.
So you are a proxy for the Grolix.
I don't care if
I'm available. Just because I'm not on the dating apps doesn't mean I'm not available to fuck. Guys.
I understand that, Andrew, but this is the easiest way that they can get in here, getting a piece of this. You know what I mean? They're not meeting you in person.
They would have to break into my house. They'd have to.
Anyway, Ben, congrats on your win.
Solid win. If somebody
breaks, if a fan of ours breaks into Andrew's house and fucks him,
can't recommend that.
Yeah,
that's not a good way to go about it.
No, I just wouldn't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Andrew's the type of guy who's been waiting for an intruder for decades. You think
the place is really Home Alone?
Yeah. No.
You will take a paint can to the dome if you sneak in here.
In addition to several swords and shit, like it's gonna get real.
Well,
I don't have any swords.
Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to the listeners for voting. And I really, if you both want to know, the only reason I won was because I was the only one who actually answered the question. Because you both told her this person to not get on the apps.
No, I said to out-weird her on the apps.
Oh, yeah.
I also answered the question anyway.
I didn't even listen to the
Let's not get into semantics. I'm going to regret giving you the MVP.
I'm not here to talk about past challenges. I'm here to help new people.
Oh, that's right. And we have
I'm here to help nude people.
We have a lunetter.
That,
we have a lunetter. We have a new letter up, and gosh darn it, I'm excited about this one.
I think we just have to read this letter right away because
it's kind of long, but you'll find it lifts the spirit the longer I read. All right. Here we go. Let's get into this letter. I'll be blunt with the gist of my question to you three dads. How the fuck do you keep your sanity and survive parenthood this day and age?
And stop.
I have tenants.
If we had stopped there, Great.
Great question. That's a great question right there. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one.
And we'd speculate. We'd work it out. However, the letter in no way stopped there.
Yes, we have a few more paragraphs. I have 10 and 7-year-old daughters whom I love dearly. And that's the way that sentence is written. I have 10 and 7-year-old daughters whom I love dearly, which does make it sound like they might have 70-year-old daughters.
No, 10 and 7, 10, it's like 10 times 7.
I have
10 and 7-year-old daughters.
No. What they're saying is I have 10 of something. We don't know what that is. And then an untold number of 7-year-old daughters.
I think it's like 10 score and 7 years ago, our 4 daughters fought.
10 and 7 to 10.
I think they probably have 2 daughters. One is 10 and one is 7.
Our 4 daughters.
Our 4 daughters.
Yeah, I got you. All right. So we don't know how many kids there are.
I have a 10 and 7-year-old daughter whom I love dearly. I used to think that simply loving my children unconditionally and showing up and being present would make me a good dad. But holy shit, my patience is tested every day and my anxiety is ever growing. I constantly feel like I'm failing them. It's depressing to feel like all I am anymore is an employee at a shitty job and a dad. In a society with very little community, In a society with very little community or support for parents, I feel hopelessly overwhelmed, exhausted, and isolated. I'm inundated with too much conflicting information on how to do it right, and at every turn there are comparisons and judgments. In this era dominated by tech, how the hell do we find any sort of balance? And mine aren't even on social media or owning phones yet. I constantly worry about the future and what kind of world we're leaving for our kids to inherit. Ecologically, economically, socially, politically, it just feels like everything is so fucked and I'm drowning in it all while trying to keep my kids afloat and pretend like everything is fine. Love you guys, Drew.
Anyway, hugs and kisses, your friend, Drew Boy.
I love that Drew uncorked on this letter because like you said, Adam, could have just ended it right there. How do you keep your sanity and survive parenthood in this day and age? And then there's just cracks in the dam.
Allow me to paint this day and age.
Yeah. Let me give you all the juice. We appreciate it, Drew.
But here's the thing. I really do appreciate it because there's a bleakness and a sort of like exasperation to this letter that I think a lot of people feel, parents or not, about where the world is at right now, specifically the United States of America. And I think a lot of listeners, whether they have kids or not, can relate to this sort of bleakness that Drew is feeling right now. He's trying to parent kids within it, as all 3 of us are. And that even adds a layer because now you feel responsible to the next generation throughout the middle of all this bleak shit. So I appreciate Drew chiming in with this.
Oh yeah, for sure. And honestly, all 4 of us, because I mean, producer Ron has.
We said we won't talk about
10 and 7-year-olds
about the producer daughters in the room.
So
he said Ron has 70 daughters.
Ron has 71-year-old daughters. They're out in the rabbit hutch out back.
He's teaching them to sing.
So eerie and creepy.
It is. It's like a kid's choir in his backyard of all 1-year-olds.
And they start early. They're doing Christmas songs, but they start early.
That fertility treatment was a disaster.
It's middle of
You
July.
Can't go off brand with the fertility treatments. Ron went on Amazon and got some fucked up fertility treatment.
And the rabbit hutch is fine for summer, I guess.
His wife laid a clutch of eggs out there.
What do you do in winter?
It's July, and there are 71 child voices singing "Oh Holy Night" from his backyard.
In the dead of night. He rehearses at night because it's cooler.
It's fucking July 25th, and they're singing "Oh Holy Night." Fall on your knees.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, we have our question. Let's go ahead. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back in the second act, we're going to get to giving our advice. So stay tuned.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao, a new kind of flavor sparkling water. The kind made with real fruit juice, a pinch of Sicilian salt, and the sparkle of the Italian sun. With no added sugar and just 10 or less calories per can, enjoy. With love, from Italy. By San Pellegrino Ciao now.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
We are back. Welcome to Act 2. A letter writer named Drew really uncorked on us. He basically said the world's fucked and I'm a dad and how do I possibly get through all this? And we're here
how
for
do you be
Drew.
a parent in all of this?
In this hellscape we find ourselves.
And he, like we talked about in the first one, he really started off strong with this letter. And this sounded like a person who knew the question they wanted an answer to. And then as it went along, this became a manifesto.
What it was like when you're at a bar and you're talking to a stranger next to you and he seems cool. And you're like, oh, that's a cool guy. And then the next beer happens and the next beer happens and the next beer happens. And you're like, my God, I've got to run away from this man.
Is that
based on truth?
Yeah.
What do you guys do on the weekends?
Let's just get to the question here and to the advice. For first time listeners, welcome. Okay, welcome. Can I say that? Have a seat.
Have a seat.
This is how the game works. We're each going to give our advice. We're each going to give advice. Obviously, the most important part to the listener is what's the advice, right? And that's important. Help this person out, yada yada yada. But more importantly, we're going to crown a winner afterwards. Because I won the last one, and I didn't win by our normal bullshit way of doing it. I let the proletariat speak, and the proletariat spoke, and the working class people of
instead of the
Rich
experts,
City.
instead of winning by the vote of two basically
I love the way
doctors.
you denigrate our listeners. I love the way you degrade them.
You're the one
just
that called
saying.
them proletariat, you bougie fuck.
I don't see any pretend certifications.
Only to somebody who's truly upper class would proletariat be a dirty word. Okay? That's the problem, Wesleyan. Old Adam Wesleyan Holland. Piece of shit. Where is Wesleyan? Huh? No one knows. Is that in Carolina or is it in Nebraska?
In
or something?
Connecticut.
Shut up, Andrew.
Not doing this with you, Ben.
It's in the one state you think it would be in. It's
Yeah, that is true. It does
Carolina.
sound like
Adam
Connecticut.
Caton Holland went to South Carolina for college. Come on.
I don't
My
know.
grandfather was in North Carolina. You guys don't even know me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Adam has roots in the South. He does.
Just proceed. I'm really tired of it.
Well, you don't like what I'm going to flirt with. You don't want us to get into your genealogy, do you?
We don't talk about that side. We don't talk about one side. Keep it Holland. Keep it Holland.
Keep it Holland. They
Holland
chant.
now. Keep it Holland now. All right. Well, I get to pick because I won that last one. Did I mention
you go
that?
last.
Yeah,
the pick
Ben,
order.
you
Oh my
mentioned it.
God,
You mentioned it.
insufferable.
I didn't mention
And
that.
just to
Wasn't
recap
sure.
for the listener and for
So
you
glad
two
you're an
dumb
expert on
shits,
loneliness.
the current tally for wins, I'm in the lead with 8. Ben's right behind me with 7, and Adam is right behind him with 6. So
Ooh, the little ducks are in a row based on masculinity.
I don't think anyone's
We're
going to
on a-
believe that.
We're in. We're in our.
There go the little masculine ducks by order of fucking toughness.
Look at those 3 alphas waddling along behind mommy. Don't fall down the storm drain.
It's
You
produced.
fucking man's man.
We're all trailing behind a giant producer Ron, like a 6-titted goose that producer Ron is.
Wow. Okay.
Do
Oh,
goose?
wow.
Do geese have?
They don't. No. Jesus Christ.
Do you think they nurse,
You
Ben?
think these nurse, Ben?
God. Do you think? Wait, Ben.
Hey
Can
guys, can I be
can we
vulnerable
please
for a
stop?
second? Do ducks nurse? Guys,
please
like no
stop?
question's a dumb question. Do ducks nurse?
a 6-titted goose? Yeah, you always see him down there by the creek,
Oh,
all of
yeah.
them underneath like a squirming pile of puppies.
Yeah, just there's that goose. Look at the magnificent cans on that goose. How does that thing even take
hangers.
flight? How's it get off the ground with those heavy
Its feet-
melons?
Its feet are dragging in the water with its 6 triple Ds.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh shit, that's so fucking funny. All right, so yeah, all right.
We're gonna
So
go
we
back and do a basic farm animal lesson for Ben.
We're going to learn the difference between birds and
well,
mammals.
How do we?
Let's do a fourth act where we ask Ben what he
Geese-
knows about basic
No
farm
one
animals.
knows much.
Just a quiz.
about geese.
Mammal
quiz.
or bird? Mammal or bird? We'll see what. We'll see
Oh
what.
shit. Anyway, so we each get 3 minutes to give our advice. When we get down to the last minute, you're gonna hear this sound. Oh, that's ominous. And then
It's
when you
a
get to the end
choir
of
of
it,
71-year-old children singing in the backyard.
and then
You're
when
welcome, producer
when
Ron.
when we get to the end, again, we're gonna vote. You can't vote for yourself, and in the event of a tie, we'll go to producer Ron. So we're gonna start because I won. What I was getting at is that I get to pick the order that we go in, and I can't go first. I have to go last because I won. So I'm going to make Mr. Caton Holland go first, not out of spite, actually, but because Adam currently has the youngest children out of the group and is probably the letter writer. I would not, judging by the way Adam talks some days.
I see my pen
He's bad
name
at
Drew
riffing
has
names. Yeah.
preceded me.
Adam's nom de plume is Drew. That's what he went with. So, Adam, you are in the Toctagon first. I hope you are ready. And let's go ahead and lock
Got
the
the
door.
time.
And we
Clink.
get time ready. And here we go, Adam. 3, 2, 1. Advice.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Where to start? I have a lot of feelings. I can really relate to this, Drew. Thank you for this question. Here's one thing. I remember feeling pretty bleak a couple of years ago, and things have only gotten worse. But it was more feeling bleak, not about being a dad, but about the state of the world. And there's this song lyric that I like that I heard at that time that really helped bounce me out. It's by Jeff Tweedy, lead singer of Wilco. It's a great song lyric.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Bloodhound King, but I'm still listening.
I mean, there's some of those that are more private. I don't share those on the pod. But anyway, the line is, every generation thinks it's the end of the world. And that sort of made me feel like, okay, there has been sort of apocalyptic hysteria many, many times over the course of humanity. You know, my parents would have to do like diving under desks for fear of nuclear annihilation drills. I'm sure people during World War II thought that everything was falling apart. Like, every generation thinks it's the end of the world. I really like that. It helps ground it in like this sort of fear, this existential, everything's ending fear has always been here. That's what humans have. And yes, it's probably worse now, certainly climate, yeah. But everyone's felt this way. And all those people who have gone before you who are dead now would kill for an opportunity to be back alive. And you are alive. And so this is your run on the planet. And even if you're scared about the existential ending of it, hey, it's your shot. It's going to go quick. So don't waste all your time being fucking scared. And your kids, it's their shot. And if you're all doom and gloom and being like, I don't know, man, the water's drying up, the climate's fucked, you're not going to have much kids, don't instill that in their head. They'll figure that out on their own. It's their turn to be alive, and they're having fun being alive. So you don't need to worry about it. And the answer to your question is right in your question. I used to think that simply loving my children unconditionally and showing up and being present would make me a good dad. It does. That already makes you a good dad, my dude. And it's very fucking hard. I don't know how to answer a lot of the questions that you're asking. I'm overwhelmed by them a lot of time. But being there for your kids, being honest with them, being like, I don't know, this sucks. I hate this president. I'm so sad that there's wildfires all the time and the air fucking sucks. It's horrible. We got to try to do better. Just being there with them, helping them through it, makes you a great dad. And my last tip, I'm all over the place, but I can really relate to this. You say there's very little community or support for parents. I feel hopelessly overwhelmed. I get that. If you have anyone in your life who is a parent, who is not judgy, just talking to them really helps. I've talked to Ben, I've talked to Andrew, I've talked to Ron. I go to my sister a lot. Situations where it's like, I'm fucking this up. They're like, dude, I've been there. It helps immensely. Talk to anyone you can.
Wow.
Wow, a
Well,
lot
first
of
of all,
gobbling.
Yeah, there was a lot of,
Wow.
you know what it was?
Yeah, a lot
It
of
was
stuff,
what
lot of stuff.
he's in the Rift Ocean right now. He's in the Rift Sea, and he's trolling again. He's troll fishing again. What he's doing is he's dragging a large net
He's
behind
using
him.
those nets. Yeah.
And not only am I doing that, I'm doing it while kiteboarding. I'm having fun and I'm trolling.
and destroying the Rift
You're
City ecosystem.
devastating that bay.
Whatever,
Segway
no
Bay
one
is
else can
strip
survive.
mined. So what?
No
You can
one
have a
else
little
can
tuna.
survive. Well,
It's
that's
my
the-
turn on the planet. I'm having fun. Good luck with your turn, next generation.
Oh my gosh.
God, wow. And this is the type of thinking that we're talking about, Drew. If that is your real name, Adam, because
Drew's
I know
me.
this.
You're talking to me. I'm Drew. Drew's me.
I know. I
And
know
what
that
I
this is
said,
you.
I agree with.
Wow. Wow.
What I said as Adam spoke to me
Layers.
as Drew. So I've already won.
Layers.
Yeah. Wow. This is deep. This goes deep. This is a
I'm
sign
not
of
well. I'm hearing
severe
voices at night.
schizophrenia.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing voices at night.
This is clearly.
But I am hanging out outside Ron's house, so it might be the child chorus that I'm hearing.
the 10 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 and 7.
That's the name of
70
their
eerie little voices.
Are you guys going to the 10 and 7 this
It's
tonight?
kind of a good. It's kind of a good children's choir name.
It is.
The
It
10 and
is.
7.
God knows we need more good children's choir names.
There are no good children's choirs anymore. I feel like when I was growing up, it was just
They
so
were
many good
everywhere.
children's
And the
They were
choirs.
names are so
fucking everywhere.
boring.
You remember in the Fast and the Furious 1, the children's choir that they like hung around and
No.
whatnot?
Yes,
I mean, they were
that
everywhere.
ruled.
In the
It's one of my
early
favorite
two-
parts of the movie.
Yeah, they were at car parties, like
Shut up.
children's choirs. But
They were a neighborhood gang that sang. It was kind of like a West
the
Side
10
Story
and 7,
homage.
yeah.
I love that.
All right. Well, Adam gave all of the advice in the
Mm-hmm.
first round.
That is a technique. It is a technique.
You can
You
gobble
just
up as
gobble
much
up.
as you want.
It just finger in every goddamn pie that was out there.
It's inappropriate
Hey, you
when we're
leave them on the
talking
windowsill, I'm going to take a taste.
about- Yeah. You got to stop. You could just get a fork, though. You're always
Yeah.
just coming in and
You could ask.
No
You
time.
could ask to come
I'm on
inside
to the
instead of
next
leaving
city.
a
Oh, no
fucking
time.
finger mark.
always
Riding
going
the rails.
too knuckle deep into my apple pie, and I just have never understood. Adam, could I get you a fork? I already got his hand in the pie.
I'm already in Topeka by that point in a new pie.
By the way, who puts a pie on a windowsill? That's just a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a different
It is a-
time.
Yeah. Anyway, Andrew, you are up. Go ahead and climb on into the Octagon if you can fucking get your ass in there. Come on, move those hips. Get in there, big guy. All right, we're gonna shut the gate. Are you ready, Andrew? Are you ready for your?
I'm
to give your
ready.
advice? Now,
I'm ready.
Andrew does. We should also mention.
I wanted to give Ron, don't do this. You don't have to do this. But I wanted to give Ron the most insane producer note for Andrew entering the Octagon, which is that Andrew's hips are shattered and he's like one of those dogs you see with the back legs hanging. And he's just on one of
he's
those
got-
contraptions,
Yeah, the
wheeling
little
himself
cart.
in with his front legs, a little cart.
Can we do a
Okay.
noise like that? Andrew,
Squeaky
get
little
in.
cart.
Get in.
Great. Thank you. Whatever. Yeah.
His paraplegic dog cart noise is Andrew.
Cool. Thank you.
Andrew.
wheeling himself
That's easy
into
to
the
find.
Octagon.
That's a sample Ron's always got on cue.
Just the image makes
Andrew, you are in the Octagon. Here we go. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Advice.
Okay, yeah, Adam dipped his ladle in a lot of soups. I do think what Adam
God,
said.
that's gross already.
Yeah.
Slurp, slurp,
I
big
regret the
boys.
metaphor
slurp,
immediately.
slurp. Ooh, it's hot.
And I do think that worrying about being a perfect dad is setting yourself up for constant anxiety and unfair comparisons. Don't do that. And I think Adam also touched on that. I think you get through this simply by getting through it. You live through this miserable time that might suck for you, and in doing so, you show your kids how you got through it. Maybe you complained about it. Maybe you made jokes about it. Maybe you conveyed to them your apprehensions, but you get through it one way or the other. And in doing so, you are like a living example of living through this hard time. And you don't have to sit them down and be like, you want to know what the lesson is of this today's shitty news? It's just in you living through it, you communicate that to your children, who are still pretty young. 10 and 7 are pretty young, and they're still looking to you as like a touchstone in the world, a big touchstone in the world for living through tough times and challenges and things that make you upset. And so I would say just be aware of that. They might not be sitting right in front of you staring at you like, how's dad reacting to this? But they are paying attention to how you react to this. And I would say if seeking community, I agree with you, is tough. And I don't know if you're a single parent. I'm a single parent. It's even tougher. It's stressful. It makes you think like, oh, I got to maximize my time with my kids, things like that. And I don't know if you didn't say in the letter if you're a single parent or not, but you said you feel hopelessly overwhelmed, exhausted, and isolated, and you just don't feel like you have any community or support for parents. My tip for that would be to get out and into any kind of nature. I don't know where you live. I don't know if you've got a lake nearby. I don't know if you've got some hills to hike. I'm not sure where, or an ocean.
Hills to hide in.
Yeah, hills to hide in. But spend time in nature with your kids. I mean, it will help to recalibrate your brain. You'll see the natural world, which is still out there. It's still, you can see animals. We as humans, we think this doom and gloom, like, oh, the world is ending, we're gonna ruin the whole world. The world will go on with or without humans. If we have our like blip and we're like dinosaurs and we're gone, the world will still be here. There will still be a world.
Pretty badass million-year world.
Well, nobody's going to run into the museum to see the skeleton of Homo erectus in the lobby.
Problematic. You can't say that anymore.
You can't say Homo erectus?
Nah, it's too loaded.
Oh my God. Okay. Skeleton of a human. Okay. Go on. Yeah. Go on and get in nature was what I was saying. I'm using my injury time. All right.
All right, Andrew, run to the hills, Orvidal. That was a good one. Get out of town, he says. Got to get out of Dodge for a little bit. Take the kids to the woods.
To anywhere.
Take them anywhere.
Got to get to the hills while that situation back in the city cools down a little bit.
Yeah. Let some of the heat get off you for a while. It does get hot in the city, especially in July when you're running an unlicensed girl choir in your backyard. Producer Ron's got to get to the hills to hide.
Child welfare and whatnot.
You can't have an unregulated choir in the middle of a city, not a 70-piece choir.
No.
Unregulated choir.
There's permits for that shit. And
heard you're operating an unlicensed choir here? Ron's like, what? You hear this eerie crescendo in the backyard?
You can't do that. It's exceeding decibel limits.
Yeah, noise violations.
Oh, well, the waste alone,
it's a nice neighborhood.
It is a waste problem, and that's the biggest thing. So the 10 and 7 it's unregulated. You can go, but you're putting yourself at risk. All right, Andrew, run to the hills with your kids.
I said get to nature. It doesn't have to be hills. I do not summarize my advice as running to the hills.
He also said that they're learning by watching you. You don't have to have this like prepackaged lesson for every life event.
Yeah. And you get through it, and you get through these times simply by getting through them, not by being an exemplary mega superhero dad. You just live through them, and in doing so, you are illustrating how to survive tough times to your kids.
Like at the end of every episode of Full House, the music would start and they'd have the lesson. And I feel like I want to change my advice to that. Make every day like an episode of Full House and have some music and give a lesson.
Adam, no,
no,
you can't add that. You've already done
you already gobbled.
That's another part. It's an addendum.
No,
you don't
strike that from the record.
You don't even know what the word addendum means. You're
addendum.
You don't even know you're dumber than a 6-titted goose, and you know that.
Look at that thing try to fly. Good luck with those honkers.
Look at the honker on that.
No
honker.
wonder geese mate for life. Damn. Okay, Ben, get into the octagon. Get in there.
I'm too heavy for it. I'm too big. All right, I'm in the octagon. Shut me in, Ron. I want eye contact as you latch the door.
Okay. All right, 3, 2, one. Advice.
Okay. Listen, at the heart of your question, and at the heart of any question like this and any concern that a parent has, is they want their kids to grow up to be productive, healthy, happy members of society. You want them, but more importantly, you want them to be interesting, right? And that's what you want. So here's what I recommend. For several months, what I want you to do is lavishly spend on your child. Provide them a life that they thought you couldn't afford. Buy them all the finest linens and clothes, highest thread counts for the bed. Get them nice flowing draping linens like Andrew used to wear when we were shooting Those Who Can't, like clothes that drape, right?
Like
that
Ron's child choir. They're out.
Yes. Get them, buy them jewelry and send them to school so that they're kings, right? For maybe even for 1 year of school, right? I want every morning.
Phillips Exeter, perhaps.
Have the finest foods you can possibly provide them. Every meal curated perfectly. Take them on trips. You're going to have to spend for this. You're going to go into debt doing this. And then one morning, I want them to wake up and the rug has been pulled out from underneath them, right? You've taken everything away. Now they're back in dog shit land. They have nothing, right? And all you do is you give them a notebook with a fine pen, a ballpoint pen, and a lovely notebook and a handgun. And you tell them to go out and make their own way now. Now they have to build that life for themselves.
He did.
Yes.
Okay.
You get
Just want to make sure.
No. I don't want them to go to school with it. I want to be clear about that.
Okay, that's a
I wanna
nice,
be
nice
clear.
caveat there.
Yeah. Don't
Thank you.
tell the kids.
And that's
to
what
not
I
go
like
to
is
school.
you are responsible.
Yeah, no, they're not going to
He's a responsible
school
gun owner.
either. You've stripped them of their name and their social security number. They have no information about
Wow.
themselves, right? And I want you to just kick them out, okay? You've shown them everything that life could be. Now let them find that, okay? And if they don't end up becoming one of the most prolific criminals on the planet, they will end up becoming a very, very gifted writer, because most people don't do that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that makes a magnificent memoir.
It's a story.
It is a story. It's a shit. I want to read this. Okay, Drew, Adam, you
I
have
am
the
looking
gift.
for another book idea.
Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about, Adam. You've already raised kids around a dad who's an author. Now give them that little bit of nudge towards the creativity they need, right? Okay. Let them have a little bit of the criminal lifestyle, right? And then let them write about it. That's my suggestion, since Adam gobbled up everything.
Raise a little writer. Raise a little.
Either a criminal or a writer. My bet, Adam, is going to be that this kid turns into a writer. Unless it's your second one, then it's going to be a criminal.
You get one criminal, one writer.
Okay, well, that is one route they could go, Ben.
But I want to be clear, Adam.
Yep.
It's hard when you go last, and the piece of advice is there.
I mean, you went the tried and true, absurd, comedic route. Was it funny? I didn't enjoy it, but I know you have fans, and I've never enjoyed your shit. So that's like subjective, and I get it.
No, it's not. I wasn't going for funny.
Like, ha ha ha, Ben, and I was like,
no.
Not even
I
funny
wasn't
a little
going.
bit to me.
I'm not
Adam.
going for funny. I'm being serious.
The world does lack that caliber of writer. I feel like we are missing out on.
Yeah? What about Dean Koontz?
You think Dean Koontz was riding the rails with like a 38 tucked into his fucking waistband?
At fucking 15 years old? Do you think that's how Dean Koontz got started in the world of
Yes, I do.
schlocky sci-fi? Did you like Dean Koontz?
As a teenager, and then you read like 3 books, you're like, wait, he's only got 1 book? It's a guy. It's like a rough and tough loner. He's usually got a dog. He runs into some woman in distress. There's a monster out there. He protects her. He's always a good cook. He always like cooks for her. It's the same template.
Okay, Andrew's read a lot of Koontz.
That's what I'm talking about. You're telling me my idea is bullshit, and look at this. Look at this. You're telling me my idea is bullshit.
Ben, but I'm saying it is the Koontz method. You're pitching the Kuntz.
Go
The
Kuntz.
Kuntz
Go
blueprint
Kuntz.
was referenced.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. That's all I'm saying is we're referencing the Kuntz blueprint for great authorship.
Yes, it
All right.
is.
Fair
yes.
enough. We have to get to the third act. We got to take a break, right, guys?
We do,
yes.
because we got to deliberate. We got to think, because we can only vote for one person and we can't vote for ourselves. So
I want to say something sincere. We so appreciate
Pass.
our Patreon. We so appreciate our Patreon.
Yep.
You guys, for real, give a little bit of money every month, and it helps us sustain our lives as artists and comics, and we very much appreciate it. If you feel like supporting the podcast that way, go ahead and do it. Thank you to those of you that are doing it. We really appreciate it. All
Otherwise,
the information's
tell
in the show
people all the
notes.
time. Spread the word about the podcast. Tell
Yeah.
people. It's growing, and we love that.
Yeah.
Keep
And
telling
people can jump in at any time. This isn't like a podcast you need to have started at the very first episode.
No.
Start today.
Anyway, we're taking a break. We're going to deliberate. We will be back in the third act with a winner. Stay tuned.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
We are back.
Toodle-toot. Thanks
you,
to the magic
Andrew.
of podcasting, baby.
Time has elapsed. It's been a while since we've done that one. I wanted to share, I took all the advice. Yeah, I'm an advice hog on this episode, but I wanted to share a joke
That's
I
a
heard recently.
technique. Oh, now it's a joke.
Yeah, well,
First
just-
he takes
it's
all the
short,
advice.
it's short.
Now he's going to give us a street joke.
It's
yeah, by all
short.
means.
This guy
And
will try
I
anything
liked
to
it.
win.
It wasn't a street joke. It was Seth Meyers, and he said, "I've never hit my kid, but I have taken his shirt off really hard." And that, that really, as a guy who's got a 4-year-old who can be pretty squirrely sometimes, that one really resonated.
Taking his shirt off pretty hard. Yep.
Yep.
Like that joke a lot.
I've done that with my dog harnesses for sure. I'm like, get the fuck over here. You've heard the dog harness jangling all episode, and that's just part of the immersive 4D Grolix experience that we're giving you. It's like you're in the room with me and my shedding dog.
We got to take a minute to thank our sponsors, Snug Hug Husky Harnesses. They are some of the best harnesses on the market. Every
great
leash
name.
is like a snug hug for your husky. If you're
I
looking
got-
for a leash, buy Snug Hug.
I got a 6XL Thunder shirt for dogs that I wear myself.
Do you
When
really?
you're feeling a little
Oh, and
apprehensive, put
yeah.
on your Thunder shirt. Ben,
Yeah,
is it time for your Thunder shirt?
I put my Thunder shirt on, and
Ben, I just heard a loud car go by. Would you like to put your Thunder shirt on?
yeah,
Well, here's the thing. Snug Hug's products are so good. They go across species. You got a 6-titted goose kind of nervous out there? Put a Snug Hug
You're gonna-
Thunder
yeah,
shirt on that thing.
Just listen,
and
if you
just
do your own
rock it to sleep.
alterations, though, to accommodate Alsace nipples, you're going to want...
Do not
to-
say
Alsace nipples.
Do not say nipples like that.
Alsace nipples. Just be aware that negates you from the 2-year warranty.
Hey, Ben,
If
your
you're cutting-
Duolingo is popping off.
It
and
is
I'm proud
paying
of you.
off.
I'm proud
Well,
of
once
you.
they announced the Duolingo After Dark, they got people like Ben on board. They
Yep.
were interested when they could learn things like say
Oh.
nipples.
Yo
Once Ben learned you
comprendo.
could use another
Yo
language to count
comprendo.
nipples.
Guys, we got to crown a winner. We have to crown a winner of today's episode.
Let's
And
summarize our advice, short and sweet.
All
Adam.
right, Adam, you go first.
I said every generation thinks it's the end of the world. You're already a great dad. Also, find other people to talk to, commiserate about parenting. It helps. a lot.
Boom. Andrew?
I said you get through it simply by getting through it. And when you want to find community, get out in nature. Find a little community with the natural world. Ben?
I said create a criminal with a thirst for writing.
Right. The Kuntz. Dean Kuntz.
The Kuntz.
Create your
yeah,
own
the
Kuntz.
The Dean, create your
Create a
own Kuntz.
criminal with a thirst for writing. He had a thirst for writing. But first, he needed $32 for that fucking Fleabag motel he was staying in.
You guys were saying that my idea is not that, but as you delve deeper into it and you really go down it,
It is more fun. The more we've been riffing on it, the
I
more
know.
that's all I'm
life
saying.
it's getting.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Adam,
all
you
right.
get to vote first. You can only vote for one of us.
Thank you, Andrew, For using your mother hen voice.
Oh no, that's my
Is that
six-titted goose voice.
No,
I knew. As soon as I said hen,
You knew it.
I knew you were
You
going
left
right
it.
there.
Hens
left
don't
it,
have tits. They have
low
dicks.
hanging fruit.
Hens
Here's
have
an
dicks.
alley. There's the oop. 2 points. Out of all that I heard from Andrew and Ben today, the piece that resonated with me was finding peace in nature. It's a tool that I use, especially when I'm feeling bleak about the planet. I'm always like, let's go on a hike. Let's get out there. Let's be in nature a little bit. And I've started doing it with the boys a lot, and it helps me out. So I'm voting for Andrew for that little jewel.
Oh,
Andrew
okay.
gets my vote.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew gets the vote. What a
Thank
shocker! You guys
you.
are voting for each other again. That's
Stop
strange.
it.
Never
That is
fucking
not.
happens.
That is not how we
Go
operate.
ahead, Andrew. Go ahead and vote
That is
for Adam.
not how we operate.
Oh, okay. Prove me wrong.
Thanks. I will. I was going to, and you're right. I'm voting for Adam, and I'm not even going to justify it. So there.
You are such
Hey.
a fucking asshole.
You go in the booth, you pull the lever. You don't got to tell me why. Just pull the fucking lever.
Dude,
Adam
stop.
gave so much advice, and it was so
talking
much
like
advice
that.
that I would have also given this listener. Yes, I got a few chuckles out of yours, Ben, but ultimately, I think Adam went comprehensive on our listener, and our listener needed that. So I'm voting Adam.
Yeah, listen, Drew, Adam. I know that this is it sucked being in my spot going last because there really is only one answer. In fact, my therapist said that she has never sat in that therapist chair across from a parent who didn't say the exact same thing that you are saying. Every parent worries about that.
Why didn't you say this in your advice?
For real.
Because you guys had already said that. Adam had said
Yeah,
everybody
but we
thinks
didn't
the
have a
sky is
qualifier
falling.
like a therapist telling us
yeah,
it.
exactly.
I don't-
You know you respect therapists.
Yeah, but in the end, I would have just been giving the same advice as Adam, which is in your letter, you did list the formula for doing it, which is just simply loving your children unconditionally and being present. That does make you a good dad. And I will tell you that bad parents don't worry about this kind of shit. They think they're great and they think everything bad is happening to them. Like, and if kids are mad at them, they go, I'm doing the best I can. You guys are unappreciative.
Yeah.
Good parents
The mere
will-
fact that your kids don't have social media or phones yet shows me you already
You
give
are
a shit
doing a
in your
great
kids'
job. I know the
upbringing
world
because
is scary and terrifying. That's not going to go anywhere. It is scary and terrifying, and it sort of always has been. I'm voting for Adam. Adam nailed the advice first, and I think that that's because that is correct. You're doing the best you can, and that's what you do. And we all worried about that. I worried about the exact same things. I know Adam and Andrew did as well. I know Ron doesn't care. He's just out to turn
the
a buck.
choir. He's in it for
he's
the
busy.
bus.
He's out
out to
there
turn a
throwing
buck.
all the feed into the troughs for the tiny
You know,
choir.
there's a Live Nation deal
No
that
shit.
he's
Wow.
working through right
Oh,
now.
you don't think a holiday party wants 71-year-old cherubs singing?
10
Get
and
the fuck
7
outta
is
here.
going global.
Those Christmas parties are starting in September
Sick.
for Ron.
And I'm so deep into merch right now. He's got me in shirts and sweatpants and
Oh, bibs,
koozies.
sippy cups. Like he knows what he's doing.
Koozie for a kid's choir, a beer koozie.
Anything.
It's just tone deaf.
Anything.
But
I'll
anyway,
take the win, Ben. Had you given the advice you gave in your voting for me, you very much might have shot into contention in this episode. And I urge you to think about that as we move forward in advice fight. How your humor,
Now
how
you're getting
your
a-
humor
Are you-
is
now
less
you're
than
lecturing me?
proficient. How your
You're
humor
getting-
misses often.
You're
Fuck,
getting
you're
a
lecturing
lesson?
me.
Your sincerity seems to have good accuracy. Your humor, not for everyone. And I think you
are
should
getting
think
a
about that
lesson
moving
from the
forward
winner.
as you
Well,
continue to
you-
advice fight. If you want to continue,
You
to
know what?
advice
I'll tell you, Ben, I've never given you a fucking lesson after
fight.
that's
And I'll tell you what,
fucked
it's a free lesson.
I'm changing my answer. I'm changing my answer.
No,
Unfortunately,
the
you
votes are
can't, but
fucking in.
You know,
I
you guys have shit on me at every turn, but explain the duck-billed platypus. Now that is both mammal and
Okay,
and
there it is.
waterfowl.
And how
at
are
the
its
same
breasts?
time.
What are its breasts like?
That does have nipples. It does have nipples.
Did you Google that on the break?
If Hold on, I'm going to Google it right now.
Did you Google, does a platypus have nipples on the break? I saw you on your phone.
Hold on a second. I'm doing. Does a duck-billed platypus have nipples? No.
We have learned a lot today on rudimentary farm animals with Andrew, Ben, and Adam.
Their
Thank
milk.
you for tuning in.
Hey, wait, stop.
Okay.
Their milk oozes out of mammary gland ducts and collects in grooves in their skin. That's true.
I do want to thank Drew. Thank you, Drew or Adam, if that's.
It is not me, although I can sincerely relate. It is a great letter. Yeah, thank you, Drew.
Thank you for uncorking on us. We're glad that you turned to us, and hopefully we gave you even one small measure of help. If not, hopefully you got a little chuckle out of Ben's silliness, you know?
No, you didn't.
One
I
of the
think it was
two.
other stuff
But you
during the
just shut
episode
up.
that got laughs. I don't think it was Ben's advice.
Well, it wasn't my advice. Didn't get laughs. I'm telling you, that is a blueprint. But intellectually, it wasn't that far for me to reach. I don't think so.
I would like to thank producer Ron for being here this morning with us. Thank you, Ron, for your help producing. He does such great sound effect work and makes this podcast better than it is. So thank you, Ron. Mike Henderson, thank you very much for your help recording audio at the live show, Plan 9 Sound. Charlie Continental. Illegal Pete's, man. Fucking A. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary in Colorado this weekend. Those guys fucking rule. Thanks for your support.
Always been a sponsor of this
years.
podcast and our show. It's amazing.
Yeah, just supporting cool stuff in Denver and artists in Denver, and we appreciate you, Illegal Pete's. Charlie Continental, love that dude. Love his dual set tones, as you would say, Ben. I love his jam.
Dulcet
tones.
Dual set.
Yeah, well, he does
set?
have multiple skill sets.
He has two sets.
Yep.
That's true. He does have dual set. What do you guys got coming up?
No,
what do you got coming up?
You can follow us everywhere on social media. You guys are so bad at the credits.
I know. I was struggling very much.
You can follow us everywhere on social media at Grawlix Comedy. Please continue to send us your questions. They're flowing in and we love them. Send us your questions. You can DM us on social media or you can email questions@advicefight.com.
On the meads.
Please send us your letters. We love hearing that. And then follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/Grawlix Saves. Guys, what do you got coming up? What are you plugging? Adam, what do you got coming up? Hit us with it since you're the winner today. You go first.
Dallas, Texas. I am there. August 1st, 2 shows at the Dallas Comedy Club. Tell everybody you know in Texas. The whole state. There's no reason not to drive from the farthest point in Texas away from Dallas to my shows. Friday, August 1st, 2 of them. That's it.
Great.
Oh, wow.
Get out
Andrew?
there, Texas.
I
Get
thought
out
you would
there.
Yeah. Go see him, Texas. Go see him. Andrew, what you got?
I got a few things. If you're listening this the week it comes out, I have
Pare
a
it
new
down
game.
to 1, Andrew. Pare it down to 1.
No, I've got 3 things.
Just pare it down.
Look, I have banked plugs I've never used.
All right.
If you're listening to this the week that it comes out, I've got a new game out on Kickstarter. It's called Procedural. It's like a role-playing game based on every crime show you've watched. I made it with my buddy Rob Kirkovich, who's a funny guy. Check that out. Even if you don't give a shit about role-playing games, if you like crime procedural shows, you might like this game. This weekend, August 3rd, I'm closing out the Laugh Out Loveland Comedy Festival up north.
Oh, man, that shit is so fun.
I did that last year. It was a blast.
It was a blast, man. You're going to have a blast.
Fun little show. And then August 8th and 9th, I'm headlining the Denver Comedy Underground. Bunch of shows, so come out and see my new hour there. So that's what I got.
So there.
World.
Ben, what do you got, my man?
I just want to start plugging these shows. This is going to be, if you're listening to this when the episode comes out, it's going to be next week. I'm hitting the DC Baltimore area. I will be at the DC Comedy Loft in Washington, DC, Wednesday, August 6th. One night only. Please come and see me. Then I'm going to be doing a Don't Tell show in Bel Air, Maryland. Then I'll be in Boonesboro on Saturday and Frederick. Yeah, on Sunday.
Boonesboro.
Yeah,
Is that where they make
deep
Boone's
Maryland
Farm?
stuff.
Is that where it is?
God, I hope so. God, I hope
to
so.
Boone's Farm?
Boonesboro.
Yeah, I'm going to see if they got an NA spirit
Ben's doing
in a Boone's Farm. They do. It's
and-
called Tang.
Ben's doing a vineyard set at Boone's Farm.
Check out those shows below in the show notes. Also, as always, the Grawlix live show this past weekend was amazing. Django Gold was lights out funny. Get your tickets to the next one. It's already on sale for August 30th. Down in the show notes, visit our websites. Get tickets. Come out and see us. We love seeing podcast fans out at
Guys,
shows.
my boy Ben's being very humble, but I'll plug it. He's got a new band called Arson Charge. They rip.
Man.
And they put the single out, first single off the new album. It's called A New Throne. It fucking rules, and it's out now wherever you stream. I've known Ben forever. This is my favorite band. You can tell spells that.
Wow.
And it's really fucking killer stuff. So download Ben's new single, A New Throne. Arson Charge.
Yeah, you can get that wherever. Thanks, man. I'm very proud of this project. And yeah, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you to Drew, our letter writer. And that is a contractually, legally mandated episode. We have all the parts in place. We don't have to do this anymore. So now I'm going to say, play us out, Charlie! 6 titties.
Let's get out to the park and let's catch that 6-titted goose.